Welcome to The Bible Speaks with your host, Elgin Kerlock. The Bible Speaks is a daily podcast dedicated to sharing the good news of Jesus Christ, rightly dividing the word of truth, and learning how to apply it to our daily lives. You may contact Elgin at the address given at the end of the broadcast. And now, here's Elgin.
Brothers and sisters, I welcome you in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach to another edition of Words of Inspiration. And we are continuing in our series, Studying the Bible Together. And today's episode is titled, The Called, inspired by Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. As we grow in faithfulness and trust in God, He can use us for purposes far beyond our comprehension. When we allow Jesus to guide us and the Holy Spirit to lead, we may find ourselves in foreign lands, literally or figuratively. But ultimately, it's in serving God's purpose that our true legacy and impact on the world begin. In Genesis 12, verses 1 through 3, it reads, Now the Lord had said to Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will shew thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and I will make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. God's call to Abram began with 3 leaves. Leave your country, leave your kindred, leave your father's house. Leaving behind what's familiar is always scary, but obedience unlocks God's unfolding plan. Maybe God is calling you to a new job, a fresh ministry, or a deeper step of trust in Him. When you say, Yes, Lord, you position yourself for His greater purposes. God promised Abram, I will make thee a great nation. This wasn't limited to physical descendants. It pointed to a spiritual legacy that would bless all families of the earth. In our digital age, the internet empowers us to birth nations of influence online and networks that can reach millions. But ask yourself, what type of nation will you birth when God's purpose drives your life? Will your social media channels, your blog, your podcast, or your neighborhood gatherings become platforms for blessing others with hope, truth, and love? Notice God's priority. He didn't first say, I'll make you wealthy, or I'll give you prestige. He said, you shall be a blessing. When your obedience flows from pure intentions, seeking to serve others than yourself, God multiplies your impact. Before launching your next project or campaign, ask yourself, how will this bless others? Let generosity, not greed, be your driving force. Genesis 12 shows God's reward. Abram received the promises he had longed for, land, legacy, and family, but only after God checked his heart and confirmed his obedience. Sometimes God allows delays or detours to purify our motives or deepen our dependence on Him. If you've been waiting on God for a breakthrough, use this season to examine your heart. Trust that He who called you will also enable you, and that rewards come to those who walk in faith with pure intentions. In closing, I'd like you to ask yourself, where is God asking you to step out in obedience today? What nation of influence could you birth by harnessing digital platforms or local relationships for God's purposes? Remember, true legacy is found in God's calling, not in human accolades. Rest in the fact that He works all things for our good and His glory. If you've been encouraged, please share this message with someone who needs to hear it. I thank you for spending time with me on today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to our conversation on Sunday. Until then, God bless.
The Bible Speaks is sponsored by C Squared Realty and New Gen Construction Group to help spread the gospel to the corners of the earth. If anything you've heard poured into your life, please share it with someone. You can find The Bible Speaks on Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, and many more. Follow us on YouTube at The Bible Speaks Online. You may contact Elgin at P.O. Box 5582, Ocala, Florida 34478, or by email at thebiblespeaksonline@gmail.com.